Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gallop Major, and this is a what to expect with USS Monaghan, the Tier 5 Premium USA Destroyer that will be coming later this patch. Now, this is all based off of the information that was teased on Friday's stream from World of Warships Legends, and also a bit of information based off of what she's like on the PC. Now, I'm going to go for Monaghan because I believe the G is silent. However, she is named after a township in York County, Pennsylvania, so if any of you guys stateside would like to confirm whether the G is silent or not, that would be much appreciated for future. Now, as always, this is going to be in comparison against the Tech Tree Tier 5 destroyers, fully upgraded. So, Monaghan, survivability, you have above average HP for the tier. You got slightly more than the Monaghan. Now, when it comes to armor, you have below average armor values, very similar to what the Icarus has. When it comes to artillery, you got below average gun caliber, but then that's just because of the sheer amount of destroyers at tier 5 which have large gun calibers. And then also when it comes to the number of guns, so this is why I'm playing the Farragut. The Monaghan is going to be the same as the Farragut basically, because it's what she's developed from. However, you'll see that the Farragut has 5 guns, whereas the Monaghan will only have 4 guns. The reason for this change is because the Monaghan is a later war version of the Farragut, where the one of the turrets was swapped out for an automatic anti-aircraft weapon. So just picking on the T-22. We'll put that fire out, but I'll just hold off before I charge around, because I know the T-22 doesn't have sonar. Yep, no, I can live with that. Get those guns switched around there. So yeah, so you've only got 4 guns, which is a low gun count, or lower than average for the tier. Now, you do have a fast reload and very fast reverse speed for the tier, which is quite a nice addition really. And you have the same shells as the Monaghans, with very good DPM for high explosive and AP. However, you do have a low fires per minute chance. I know the Omaha's a lot closer than I'd like. Maneuverability, you have a good turning circle, and you are actually quite fast. However, you have like an average rudder shift, so that's something to bear in mind. Concealment wise, you're pretty average, but you are slightly better than the Monaghan. And one thing to mention is that you will come with a Type 9 camo, which is the same as a consumable Type 4 camo, which gives you minus 4.5% detectability and plus 4.5% incoming dispersion. I am going to pick on that, just because I've managed to really whittle them down already. Worth a fluky chance. So the Omaha's breaking away. New Mexico's pushing. Now, compared to the PC version, she doesn't come with the anti-aircraft consumable, and which also means that she doesn't have that ability to swap out for, say, a torpedo reload booster, which was a little bit of a surprise. It would have been nice to see that torpedo reload booster on an American destroyer. So that could be something to watch out for in future. But in regards to the rest of the consumables, you're looking at 2 smoke screens, which has a 16 seconds duration, a 63 second dispersion, and a, bear with, might just move forward, and a 240 second reload. So this is a slightly shorter smoke screen than you're usually used to for the Americans. However, it's very similar to what the Germans get on the Guidey. So if you've played the Guidey, then you're probably going to be a little bit familiar with what to expect when it comes to the smoke screen. She also comes with 2 number engine boosts, Now these weren't really shown during the live stream, however I'm going to take some assumptions out of this and assume it's the normal kind of engine boost that you get for the tier. That will give you plus 8% speed, which would take your top speed up to 39.42 knots, excluding commanders and booster flags and things like that. And that's 120-second duration, 120-second reload. Now the Torpedoes is an interesting one. There's two options. So your base option is 2x4 torpedo, basically 2 launchers with 4 torpedoes each, has an 87-second reload for the whole launcher. Each torpedo does 11,733 damage. It has a range of 6.4 kilometers, speed of 64 knots, and a detectability of 1.3. However, you can swap this out for an alternative module, which gives you some, I believe, slightly better torpedoes. So this gives you 2x5 launchers, has a 112-second reload, a torpedo damage of 16,633 damage, a range of 9.2 kilometers, a speed of 55 knots, and a 1.1 detectability range. Now I think, although they have a longer reload, a reload time per torpedo tube is only slightly longer, it's not much, and it does, because of the shorter detectability range, even though the speed comes down, enemy ships will have a slightly lesser chance of being able to dodge the incoming torpedoes. And the only downside I can think with the slower speed is it just gives people with sonar probably slightly more time than they normally would. Now I'm expecting the Monaghan to come on the 6th of July, the third week of the patch. That's based off prior experience. I don't actually have any kind of information that's leaked or anything. That's just based off of what has happened before and things like that. Now I'm expecting her to be 10,000 doubloons. That seems to be the normal going rate for a tier 5 ship these days, so that's my estimates for what she's going to be like on release. And I think that wraps up pretty much everything to do with the Monaghan that has been teased. So this game's dragging out a little bit. We've got one AFK battleship. It appears most of my team kind of went for a suicide charge possibly. Now I've got these 2 battleships here, but ideally I'd like them to get a little bit closer before I gave them a torpedo sandwich. However, that Fuso is getting closer. So I'm going to set up a torpedo ambush here. Now I've got to bear in mind the Fuso will detect me at 2 kilometers. It won't have target acquisition mods. I've also got my engine boost, so I think my aim is to probably slam on the engine boost, charge around here as quickly as possible, and maybe try and get on his port side. So I'm going to wait until he gets to about 2.4 kilometers and then go for it. .6, 2.5, we're going for it. Right, engine boost, maximum speed, get that acceleration up. Now my aim is to pass on his left, so get those torpedo launchers round. I don't want to get too close or else the torpedoes won't actually detonate. There we go. And I'm going to put on some right rudder and I'm going to try and get back around this as quickly as possible. Now I could have used the smoke screen. Maybe I should have used the smoke screen. I was intending on maybe trying to save that smoke screen for later in the game because you only get 2 of them. Well, that was an interesting game in the Farragut. We're now just down to 2 of our battleships. So the reason why I played the Farragut is, although the Farragut's tier 4, the Monaghan, I think I already might have covered this, but the Monaghan is basically going to be a Farragut up tiered with Benson turrets, Benson torpedoes, I believe. and one less gun. So I thought this gave like quite a decent comparison to what kind of it to expect, or she looks more like the ship, I guess you could say. Well, we'll catch you at the end screen. Until then, Colonel Bogey's march. And here we are at the end screen. So, a defeat. Right, I guess you can't win them all. Maybe I should have used that smoke screen at that moment, but it's always very easy to be wise after the moment. But 51,000 damage at a tier 4 game, I'm quite happy with that. Came top of the team. Yeah, our Congo was AFK, so I don't know, maybe disconnected or quit the game, so we already kind of were quite a good amount down, especially on that flank, and it looks like both our other destroyers on our team probably suicided in, considering their scores. So it's only really a couple of the battleships who really pulled some weight there. Looking at the other team, yeah, the New Mexico that got me did quite well. That's fair enough. I mean, he's managed to get two of those kills without losing any HP. Leander didn't quite see, must be on the other flank. The Omaha, that was a bit of a pain for me, but oh well. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with that. Made a pretty penny at the end of the day, which is always good. Well, that's just a little bit of a what to expect with the Monaghan, and then a little bit of Farragut gameplay in the background. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, always appreciated. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, then thank you very much, guys. If you have any of your own gameplays, our email is down in the description, so you can always send them in for our commentary. Until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.